Alright, so I'm gonna make two of these today. I just already tried to record this, but I messed up the recording. So yeah, this is from yesterday, 6-27 market recap, and then I also am gonna make one about today. But getting into it for yesterday's aftermarket trade recap, basically coming into the morning, 9:30 open, we left some imbalances as well as these equal lows. Ended up just skyrocketing at 9:30 open. Ended up coming here, leaving some buy side levels, had a little bit of a correction. I think there was a setup I was looking for in here that I did not take, but I can't remember exactly, so I'm not even going to try to remember it. But yeah, I ended up coming down here, leaving a 15-minute imbalance coming up. Took out these levels of buy side, didn't really displace through them. We ended up coming back down again, and this is where I was looking for a setup to target this 15-minute, and then again we had these levels of interest down here, but just because of the amount of points the profit would have been, I was only really focused on this 15-minute. Again, I don't really take positions yet where I have enough runners to target anything else. Although it would have been a decent amount of capturing to target if that wasn't for me getting stopped out. So basically, before I do get into the setup real quick here, do want to say I did have another problem yesterday of revenge trading. That is one of the reasons too that I believe I did in the morning, even before these trades, that I had withdrawn from my live account because this is the third time in a relatively close time period that I have been revenge trading. It did happen one time, I believe, during the points where we were at all-time highs and really struggling with good price action, but I was able to really preserve capital and not be stupid. But on Thursday it happened. On either Monday or Tuesday it had happened. I think it was the day before yesterday, and then it happened as well today. So once I realized that I was falling into these bad habits, I had withdrawal from my life. Another reason too is I just want to move it out of Weeble. Now I'm not. That is like okay, that sounded bad, but like I do want to move it out of Weeble and move it into. I'm looking at a lot of different brokers, but I think I'm just gonna go through Tradeovate. Reason being is just I feel like my fills on Weeble are terrible, and just their integration system for futures is very new, and it's definitely a little bit difficult to work with. I kind of did eventually get it down, like a comfortable trading layout on it, but it's still annoying because I don't really look at those charts. I'm looking at TradingView charts, so I'd rather just have it integrated and also not worry about terrible fills too. That is the biggest thing I've noticed. I feel like there's slippage on it a little bit. So yeah, but again, the reason I had finally decided I wouldn't want to do it for a while, but I did finally decide to do it now because I realized that I should take a break from live until I'm able to find the root of the problem of why I'm doing that, which I kind of figure what it could be. I'm definitely going to reevaluate this week and also, because it happened on Thursday too, and see what the prime cause of the problem is. But I do believe it is just because we had dealt with all-time highs for a while, and it was very difficult times mentally of just having to really sit there, and when setups that like when conviction was presented, they weren't the best quality setups, and the best quality setups were rarely there, and it was mainly just a time of sitting on my hands and being very back and forth in break even phase. And I was really looking for good price action, which we started to get on Thursday. I was able to capture it on Thursday, although again, a little bit of a reason being for that was breaking some rules. And it's just now we are seeing good price action. I'm seeing very good moves, and this week had not started the best with, me not looking at Monday, which again, I can't really do much on that. It was a no news Monday. It usually is not that good a price action, but then Tuesday too, we had that really good setup that I was about to take, but couldn't take it because we had equal lows. And then in the PM, I had just been blindsided, which I will also talk in the next video briefly, but I had just been blindsided about the setup in the PM, and it just, the fact of, I think the biggest thing of it is just, you know, really wanting to take advantage of these setups because we're not too far away from all-time highs. And if we ever if we do come back into the situation of getting into all-time highs again, which can happen in a very close proximity of time, it's just I don't want to have to struggle again with being very preservative, or not, sorry, that bad to say, but like very dealing with very bad price action and just being stuck in a break even phase where I really want to be able to capture these moves now. So that I think that's causing emotions such as FOMO and the overtrading. So a little bit of a yap session, but again, I have to get that out because it's very important for my psychology. But I think that is the biggest root of the problem, but I will look back into it. But anyways, I have to adjust this as well. Getting into it for the actual setup portion of it, yeah. So again, once we had rejected these buy side level, I think we had a 3 or 4 minute inversion. I had taken it here, and was a couple ticks into profit. Yeah, couple ticks into profit. And then ended up getting stopped out. Now, the biggest issue with the stop loss, and another thing too, is with the model, I've just gotten so used to the confidence in it, and I've noticed that I've not really been evaluating my risk, and this was a little bit more comfortable risk than I was willing to take. I think it was also because I wasn't taking this on my live, so I wasn't so focused on the risk. But yeah, this was still a little bit more risk than I was wanting to put on the table on my Top Step account, and that's another issue I should really look into, is mainly evaluating the risk before I even place a trade, and also realizing when to de-risk. Because if I would have taken this on micros, I would have had no problem with this, because looking at a 3 minute time frame, really my stop loss should have been 24 points. Yeah, 24 points right above these candle highs, or right at these candles, and then I wouldn't have gotten stopped out. And if I was trading micros, I would have only been risking $240 to make $500 or $580, which is not a bad risk and not a bad reward, and it's still 1 to 2. So it's definitely something I could have thought of doing, and I just wasn't focused on the risk, and that is why that led to revenge trading and everything like that. But yeah, if I didn't get stopped out, would have dealt with some chop for a little bit, but then we would have had this expansion move down. We left this fair value gap. We also left these equal highs within this fair value gap. Like, such beautiful reaction. Next candle, taking out the equal highs, and that's such a strong confluence, as well as tapping into the fair value gap before delivering lower and tapping into this 15 minute, which we did have respect. We're showing signs of respecting it before moving down and taking out these other targets. So that was the only thing I was looking at for the day, because after, again, I was revenge trading in this chop, which is also just another terrible thing to have to deal with, of emotions and then doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And then in the PM session, I didn't take this or anything. Again, I was already done trading for the day, but I saw we had left so much sell side liquidity of just imbalances equal lows, and then I was kind of just forward testing this. Didn't really get a full expansion move down. We did end up, well, I believe I did take this on demo. Ended up coming down 15 minute, taking out these equals in the 15 minute. I had took like a partial off and then got stopped at break even. And then maybe there would have been a re-entry in this to get even more of the sell side targets taken, but I didn't take anything on demo or was even looking at the charts at this time. So yeah, that's pretty much it for yesterday. Here again, just showing the setup here, but the biggest things that I need to really, you know, say for myself that are really important is just figuring out the core root of the revenge trading problem, which again, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. And then there is also some like outside confluences too. So I wouldn't say that, even though the main thing of what I know what it is, there is some outside factors off the charts that are implementing into it as well. Really evaluating risk before I do put on a trade, and realizing when to de-risk. And I think those were the main topics to get covered. So yeah, that's pretty much it for yesterday's trade recap. And then again, I am going to have one come out today, as I did take one trade today, which was a winner. So that's, awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it for yesterday's trade recap. And I will have the other one coming out very soon.